Hello students, I am Satyaprakash. Welcome to Cars Physics. We are continuing chapter number 2, electric potential and capacitance. In this lecture, we will discuss a beautiful concept, a beautiful analysis on capacitors. Okay, this discussion is very easy and to apply the concepts in the questions is also very easier. Okay, so what's that discussion? Insertion of dielectric. Insertion of dielectric between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. Insertion of dielectric between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. There are two conditions of inserting the dielectric. Well, first condition is battery is connected. Battery is connected, and second condition is battery is removed. Okay, when battery is connected, we will insert a dielectric slab in between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. Then we will check, we will discuss how the different parameters will change. How the different parameters will change. Then we will discuss, we will insert dielectric between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor after removing the battery. Then again we will discuss how the parameters will change. Okay, so let's have basic discussion. Let's consider this is a capacitor, parallel plate capacitor. There are two parallel plates, each of surface area A, and separation between the plates is D, and capacitance is C. C is equal to epsilon A by D. Of course, so we may take now initially AR or vacuum in between the plates. So we may take epsilon naught A by D, or when dielectric will be inserted. This is if the space is vacuum or air. If the space between the plates is vacuum or air, this is capacitance. Okay, and if the space is filled with dielectric, then capacitance is epsilon naught relative permittivity divided by D. So these concepts we have already derived. Okay, so now we will discuss what will happen if a battery is connected and what will happen if a battery is removed. Okay, so these are basic concepts. We will return to this formula again. Okay, suppose this is a capacitor of capacitance C. Separation between the plates is D. Initially, the capacitor is uncharged. Initially, the capacitor is uncharged means charge on the capacitor is 0. So potential difference between the plates is 0. There is no charge, hence no potential. Charge on the capacitor is 0. So potential difference is 0. Okay. Now the battery, a battery is connected between the plates. Okay. This plate is connected to positive terminal and this plate is connected to negative terminal. Then what will happen? This plate is connected to positive terminal and this plate is connected to negative terminal. So if an uncharged capacitor if an uncharged capacitor, charge on the capacitor is 0, potential difference is 0. If an uncharged capacitor is connected between terminals of a battery, what happens? See, this is positive terminal, means this may be treated to be at high potential and this is a low potential. Then potential difference between the terminals of the cell is V. So battery, what's a battery? Battery, see, we know if a battery is connected between the plates of a capacitor, then the capacitor will get charged. This uncharged capacitor will get charged. But remember, very important to know, very basic concept also, battery is not a source of charge. Battery is not a source of charge, but source of energy. Battery is not source of charge, but source of energy. Okay, and we know at the cost of energy, work is done. At the cost of energy, work is done in charging the capacitor. So battery is source of energy. See, this plate is initially uncharged. Of course, this plate is initially uncharged. When the capacitor is connected between terminals of a battery, what will happen? See, this is an uncharged plate connected to positive terminal. Again, we know from basic discussion of potentials. This is uncharged, this is positive plate. Potential is positive. If this uncharged plate is connected to positive terminal, then what will happen? This is metallic plate. A metal contains a high number density of free electrons. A metal contains high number density of free electrons. When this uncharged metallic plate is connected to positive terminal, then obviously electrons will be removed from this plate. Electrons will be removed from this plate and will get attracted towards positive. If electrons are removed, then this plate will become positively charged. Okay. So see, this is also an uncharged plate connected to negative terminal. When this uncharged plate is connected to negative terminal, then electrons will move to the plate because it is connected to negative terminal. So it will become negative potential. So charge will be negative. Due to positive charge, this plate will have positive potential. Due to negative charge, this plate will have negative potential. Thus, what's the role of battery? At the cost of energy, battery is source of energy. At the cost of energy, charge is transferred through the battery. Charge is transferred through the battery. Practically, electrons move throughout the circuit. That conventionally we say positive charge flows through the battery. Okay, this is the concept. So, battery, when battery is connected, then the plates go on charging. Okay, so the charging process continues. Charging process continues. See, suppose this is positive potential V plus, this is negative potential V minus. Charging process, see, electrons will remove so long as potential of this plate becomes equal to potential of positive terminal, and electrons will get added with the second plate. Okay, when potential of second plate becomes equals to negative terminal of the battery, then charging process will completed. So, if positive potential or negative potential difference is V, obviously, now potential difference between the plates is V. Now charging process is completed. So charging process continues. Charging process continues till the potential difference between the plates of the parallel plate capacitors becomes equals to potential difference between the terminals of a battery. Okay, charging process continues till potential difference between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor becomes equals to potential difference between the terminals of a cell. Now the capacitor is fully charged. Now the capacitor is fully charged. Okay. Then our discussion. Insertion of dielectric between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. Insertion of dielectric between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor. We have two cases: when battery is connected and when battery is removed. When battery is connected and battery is removed. Okay. See, let's first discuss any one of them. Let's first discuss any one of the cases. Let's discuss when battery is removed. Battery is removed. Insertion of dielectric when battery is removed. So let's again move to the basic concept. This is a parallel plate capacitor. Okay. Of course, I am doing here. This is a parallel plate capacitor. Okay. It is connected to the terminals of a battery. It is connected to the terminals of a battery. Separation is B. Surface area of each plate is A. This is connected to terminals of a battery. Okay. Now the capacitor is charged. Okay. Till potential difference between the plates becomes equals to potential difference between the terminals of the battery. So charge is potential difference between the terminals of the cell is V naught and potential difference between the plates of the parallel plate capacitor is V naught when the capacitor is fully charged. And at this condition, this plate becomes positive and this plate becomes negative. Okay. Okay. So let this charge is plus Q naught and this charge is minus Q naught. Okay. As we know, charge is supplied. Charge is not supplied by the battery. Okay. Charge moves through the battery. Charge moves through the battery at the cost of energy. This is plus Q naught. This is minus Q naught. This is the initial condition. Okay. Initial condition. When the capacitor is fully charged, charge is Q naught, potential difference is V naught, and obviously electric field exists. That electric field is E naught, and capacitance is C naught. And the energy stored in the capacitor is U naught. Okay, all these are referred to initial condition. Initial charge is Q naught. Initial capacitance without dielectric is C naught. Initial potential difference is V naught, and energy stored. Now the capacitor is charged, so it stores energy. Energy stored is U naught. Okay. Now let's we have taken the case battery is removed. This is the initial condition. I am doing here before insertion of dielectric. These are the parameters. Before insertion of dielectric, battery is now removed. Battery is now removed. Okay. We have removed the battery. Then see what will happen. What will happen? Initial charge is before inserting. Initial charge is Q naught. Okay. Initial capacitance is C naught. Okay. Initial potential difference is V naught. Similarly, initial electric field is E naught, and initial energy is U naught. So these are the parameters about charge, capacitance, potential difference, electric field, and energy before inserting dielectric. Means in this condition, after just removal of battery. Okay. Then finally we'll take after. Now I will erase it. These are the initial conditions we have already discussed. Okay. I will show you again the diagram. After insertion of dielectric, after after insertion of dielectric, I am showing here, okay, for clarification. See, this is a parallel plate capacitor. Initial conditions are charge is Q0, potential difference is V naught. Okay, this is positive charge, Q naught, negative charge minus Q naught, and electric field exists between the plates. Electric field is E naught and the energy storage U naught. Okay. Now, see, these are the conditions we have already taken. These are the conditions we have already taken. This plate has positive charge and this plate has negative charge. Okay. Now, a dielectric slab is inserted. Now, a dielectric slab is inserted in between the plates. Dielectric slab is inserted in between the plates. See, we are holding the capacitor like this. Okay. Capacitor is held like this. Okay. This is positive charge, this is negative charge. Okay. Now, a dielectric slab is inserted between the plates. Just release it. If we release it, what will happen? See, dielectric is released. We have already discussed about polarization of dielectric. Okay. So, if this is positive, then electrons will be attracted to the near end. Obviously, there will be deficit of electrons at the far end. So this end, this side, whole negative charge will get concentrated. Obviously, due to loss of electrons, this side will become positive. Okay. So this charge is plus Q naught, and this induced charge, let Q, this is also Q. So electric field outside the dielectric is from positive to negative, and inside the dielectric from this positive to this negative. But what happens, you see, this negative charges will attract it towards positive, this positive charges will get attracted towards negative. So resultant force will be experienced in downward direction. This is a resultant. So if the dielectric slab experiences a resultant force, see, this is negative, this is positive. Okay. This negative is attracted towards positive, positive is attracted towards negative. So this is a resultant. This is a resultant force. Resultant force is experienced by the dielectric slab in downward direction. Obviously, the motion will be accelerated. But we need equilibrium condition. Means the dielectric slab must move slowly. Dielectric slab must move slowly. Means we should have resultant force on the dielectric slab is zero. To have zero resultant force, we may apply an external force or external agency in opposite direction to that of resultant force, so that magnitude of external force is equal to magnitude of resultant force. So resultant force is net force. See, this is resultant force due to the charges. This is resultant force due to the charges. But when external force is applied, then magnitude of this force is equal to magnitude of this force. So resultant force on the dielectric. Resultant force on the dielectric now, after applying external force, will be zero. This satisfies condition of linear equilibrium. So the dielectric slab will move slowly, okay, through the plates. So we do apply an external force or external agency in opposite direction to that of resultant force due to electric field in between the plates. Okay. Now we will see what will happen to the parameters. So after insertion of dielectric, what will happen to this parameter charge, means final charge. what will happen to final charge? Okay, see, one concept, this capacitor is first connected to battery. Okay, this is positive, this is negative, and this plate is becomes positive, plus Q naught. This plate is becomes a negative, minus Q naught. Now the battery is removed. Now the battery is removed. So what will happen to the charge? Where the charge will move? The charge is distributed on the surface of this plate, and also negative charge is distributed on the surface of second plate. Where the charges will move? There is no conducting path. There is no contact between the plates. There is no contact of any plate with any other body. Means this is an isolated system. So charge is constant. So first concept we are discussing when battery is removed. This is our discussion. When battery is removed, you should remember it very seriously. Charge remains constant. Charge remains constant. So final charge will also be zero. Q naught. Okay, Q naught. So if battery is removed, charge remains same, means final charge is equal to initial charge. So when battery is removed, then charge is always flow to the plates, okay, through the battery. Charge is transferred through the battery. So when battery is removed, whatever charge is already transferred through the battery will remain constant. So charge remains constant when battery is removed. Charge remains constant when battery is removed. So initial charge is equal to final charge. So charge remains constant if battery is removed. This is the concept, very important. Okay. So if a capacitor is charged, and battery is removed, then charge remains constant. If battery is removed, whatever charge is supplied through the battery to the plates of capacitor remains same. This is the concept. Then what will happen to final capacitance? After insertion of dielectric, final capacitance. Let final capacitance is C. It's very general to know the battery may be connected or battery may be removed. When a dielectric slab is inserted, then capacitance increases. And you know, capacitance with dielectric divided by capacitance without dielectric, means capacitance with air or vacuum is equal to epsilon r, or relative permittivity or specific inductive capacity, and this capacitance is now epsilon r times, this is dielectric constant, epsilon r times of capacitance in air or vacuum. Okay, so capacitance increases. If battery is removed, then capacitance increases. But epsilon r times this value, epsilon r is greater than 1 for dielectric, so capacitance increases by epsilon r times. Okay. Then about potential difference, final potential difference. Let final potential difference is V. You know, capacitance is equal to Q by V in general. So V is equal to Q by C in general. So what will happen here to V? What will happen to V? V is equal to Q by C, but charge is same. After removal of battery, charge is same in place of Q. We will write Q naught. But in case of C, we will write C, because initial capacitance is C naught, final capacitance is C. So final potential difference is Q naught divided by C. C is equal to epsilon r into C naught. Okay. But this potential, initial potential is Q naught divided by C naught. V is equal to Q by C. Initial charge is Q naught. Initial capacitance is C naught. So initial potential difference is Q naught by C naught. So final potential difference is 1 by epsilon r times of Q naught divided by C naught. So we may write it Q naught divided by C naught is the initial potential difference V naught divided by epsilon r. So let's write here, this is V naught divided by epsilon r. So is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, now I will erase it. So what happens to potential? Our remark here. So final potential is 1 by epsilon r times of initial potential. Thus potential difference decreases since epsilon r is greater than 1. Suppose epsilon r is 2, let's consider. Then final potential becomes half, 1 by 2, half that of initial potential. So if dielectric slab is inserted after removal of battery, then potential difference decreases. How much times? 1 by epsilon r times. Then about final electric field. Final electric field. Like final electric field is E. Initial electric field is E naught. Final electric field is E. Okay. You see the general formula for electric field. Electric field is dV by dr. Electric field is dV by dr. So what is the initial electric field? Potential difference is V naught. Initial potential difference is V naught, and distance between the plates is d. Okay. Initial electric field is V naught divided by d. dV is V naught. Initial potential difference, and distance between the plates is d. V naught by d. So final electric field E. Okay. So final potential is V divided by distance is d. But final potential is V naught divided by epsilon r divided by d. So this is equals to 1 by epsilon r into V naught by d. So final electric field is 1 by epsilon r times V naught by d is E naught. So what's our remark? We may write here final electric field is E naught divided by epsilon r. Again the same remark, electric field decreases 1 by epsilon r times electric field. Since epsilon r is greater than 1, so electric field epsilon r is greater than 1, so electric field decreases 1 by epsilon r times that of original electric field. So in case of V naught by d, we may write it E naught divided by epsilon r. So electric field decreases. Okay. So electric field decreases. Okay. We may write here this remark. Thus electric field decreases. Electric field decreases. Then finally about the energy, initial energy, we have taken U naught. See, here charge is constant, if the battery is removed. So there are different formula for energy stored in a capacitor. Half CV square, half QV. Okay, and also you know general formula, another general formula, Q square by 2C. Here charge is constant. We will find here the relation of potential energy with charge Q square by 2C. So initial charge is Q naught, initial capacitance is C naught. So initial potential energy or initial energy storage Q naught square by 2C, Q square by 2C. Q here is Q naught and capacitance is C naught. So again, this is final potential difference, this is final capacitance, this is final charge. Initial, final capacitance, initial potential difference, and initial electric field. This is final electric field, and this is initial energy. We will now move to final energy. Let final energy is U. Let final energy is U. Then U is equal to final charge is Q naught square divided by 2. Here initial capacitance is C naught. Here final capacitance is C. So what will be the result? Q naught square divided by 2. In place of C, we will write epsilon R into C. So final energy is 1 by epsilon R times of Q naught square divided by 2 C naught. So this is 1 by epsilon R times Q naught square by C naught. Q naught square by C naught is initial energy. So this is 1 by epsilon R times of U naught. So the same case, so final energy U is equal to 1 by epsilon R times of initial energy U naught. So energy decreases. Energy decreases by 1 by epsilon R times. Energy decreases 1 by epsilon R times as compared to that of initial energy of the capacitor. This is about different parameters where battery is removed. This is the different parameters, how the parameters change when the battery is removed. Charge remains same, because whatever charge is already supplied to the plates remains constant. So initial charge is equal to final charge. Initial capacitance is not equals to final capacitance. Capacitance increases. And initial potential difference is V naught. Final potential is 1 by epsilon R times V naught. So potential difference decreases. Okay. And electric field, initial electric field V naught by the E naught, and final electric field E naught by epsilon R. So electric field decreases. Initial energy Q naught square by 2 C naught, and final energy is 1 by epsilon R times U naught. So energy decreases. These are the summarization when battery is removed. Then we will move to same concept, insertion of dielectric when battery is connected. Insertion of dielectric when battery is connected. Battery is connected when battery is connected. See, this is a parallel plate capacitor. Battery is connected, positive terminal, negative terminal. Okay, potential difference is V naught. Okay, this is positive charge, this is negative charge. Charge is initial Q naught minus Q naught. Electric field is E naught. Energy storage U naught. All these are initial conditions. So if battery is connected, charge will not remain constant. If battery is connected, then charge will not remain constant. What will remain constant? If battery is connected, potential difference will remain constant. Potential difference will remain constant. This is V plus, this is V plus, this is V minus, this is V minus. So long as battery is connected, potential of this plate will continue to remain same to potential of positive terminal, and potential of second plate will always be equals to potential of negative terminal. So potential difference between high and low potential is V naught, and same potential difference will be between the plates of parallel plate capacitor. So if battery is connected, potential difference remains constant, charge will not remain constant, because this is source of energy. Continuously charge will be flow through the battery. So charging process, till the charging process is completed, of course, but we will insert dielectric. So if we leave like this, then charge will remain same. If you will not insert any dielectric, then charge will not change. Discharge, because charging process is now completed, potential difference V naught, Now everything, all the parameters will remain constant. But if you insert a dielectric, then potential difference will remain constant. Our concept is insertion of dielectric. Insertion of dielectric. If dielectric is inserted, then charge may change, but potential difference remains constant. Okay. Again the same concept. If a dielectric slab is inserted, it will experience a force in downward direction due to positive and negative charge or due to electric field. So to move the dielectric slowly, an external force or external agency is applied which is opposite in direction to this force and equal in magnitude, so that dielectric slab moves slowly. The concept is same. Okay. Then we have already taken the initial conditions. Okay. Battery is connected. Okay. Charge is Q naught, capacitance is C naught, potential difference V naught, electric field E naught, and energy G naught. Then after insertion, insertion of dielectric. After insertion of dielectric, see what we have discussed. If battery is connected, potential difference will remain constant. I am bringing this first. Final potential difference is also V naught. Final potential difference is also V naught, because potential difference will remain constant if battery is connected and dielectric is inserted. Final potential difference is also constant because potential difference remains constant if battery is connected. Okay. Then what's about final charge? And what will happen about final capacitance? See, first let's find capacitance. Final capacitance is C, and capacitance we have already discussed in today's class also. If dielectric slab is inserted, then capacitance increases. We have proved it mathematically also. Okay, and we have discussed the concept behind it. Okay, so capacitance increases and capacitance will be epsilon r times that of capacitance in air or vacuum. So epsilon r is dielectric constant. If dielectric is inserted, then final capacitance C becomes epsilon r times initial capacitance, means capacitance increases. Capacitance increases if dielectric slab is inserted. Then about final charge. See, let final charge is Q. Okay, as we know, C is equal to Q by V, Q is equal to CV in general. So this Q naught, initial charge is initial capacitance C naught, initial potential is V naught. Q naught is equal to C naught, V naught, and final charge is equal to C. Final capacitance is C, but final potential is V naught. C into V naught, but C is equal to epsilon r into C naught. C is equal to epsilon r into C naught again, V naught. So final charge is epsilon r times C naught V naught. C naught V naught is initial charge, means Q naught. Okay. So what happens here? Charge increases. Charge increases by epsilon r times if dielectric slab is inserted. Initial charge is Q naught, final charge is epsilon r times that of Q naught. So if battery is connected and dielectric slab is inserted, then charge increases. Why? Dielectric gives charge to the capacitor. Dielectric source of charge? No. If battery is connected, then due to energy of battery. Okay, energy spent in charging or giving more and more charge to the capacitor. What? Because if dielectric is introduced, if dielectric is inserted, then capacitance increases. Okay, capacitance increases means more charge can be given to the capacitor. Again, battery is connected, so charge is supplied through the battery, so charge increases. This is the theoretical concept. Okay. So capacitance increases. We have discussed about final charge, final capacitance, and final potential. Okay. Final capacitance, final charge, and final potential. Then final electric field. When the dielectric is inserted, what will happen to electric field? See, let final electric field is E. Again, we know electric field is dV by dF. Potential difference is same. V naught potential difference is same, and distance between the plates is d, which is also same. Means final electric field is equal to initial electric field. So electric field remains constant. Electric field remains constant. Of course, some confusion may arise. Usually, we do discuss electric field decreases in the presence of dielectric medium. Electric field in dielectric medium is 1 by epsilon r times that of electric field in air or vacuum. This is general discussion. But in this case, electric field will remain constant. In this case, electric field will remain constant. Okay, let's discuss it. This is positive plate. This is negative plate. Sorry. This is negative plate. Okay. This is electric field. Between the two oppositely charged plates, initial electric field is sigma divided by epsilon naught. And sigma is equal to Q naught divided by epsilon naught. Sigma is charge density. When dielectric slab is introduced, then in general, electric field is sigma divided by epsilon naught, and it will come in place of sigma. We may write Q by A, epsilon naught. See, Q is greater than Q naught. But here, though it is actually 1 by epsilon r times, but here charge also increases. Charge increases due to increase in charge. Electric field increases due to insertion of dielectric. Epsilon r, electric field decreases. So, finally, it is balanced and electric field remains same. Okay, charge increases. This is the factor. Okay, electric field remains constant. Okay. Then final discussion. Final energy. Let final energy is U. Final energy, see, here in previous case we have taken energy is Q square by 2C in the form of Q square by 2C, because if battery is removed, charge remains same. But here, battery is connected, potential difference remains constant, so expression of potential energy or initial energy in terms of potential half CV square. Initial capacitance is C naught, initial potential difference is V naught, half CV square. And final energy is half C V square. Final capacitance is C, final potential is V. Okay. So, final potential is also V naught, we may take V naught, and this is equals to half. In case of C, we may write epsilon r into C naught into V naught square. So final energy is epsilon r times half C naught V naught square. So that's equals to epsilon r times of initial energy. So final potential energy is epsilon r times initial potential energy. So final potential energy is more than initial potential energy. That's the energy increases. such energy increases. Energy stored in the capacitor increases in the presence of dielectric slab if battery is connected. If battery is connected, okay, half CV square, half CV square. But here potential is same. We do take again V naught, but capacitance is increased. Due to increase in capacitance, energy is increased. But the question arises here also. Work is done. External force. When external force acts, work is done. So energy is lost. Energy is lost. But energy is compensated. Energy is compensated as the battery is connected. Okay. And how much energy is spent against external work? When external work is done, then energy is decreases. Okay. You may apply the basic concept I am finding here. Increase in energy. Increase in energy. See, we discussed, of course, two different facts. This is after the dielectric is inserted and battery is connected. Increase in charge. Increase in charge. Increase in charge. Delta Q. What is delta Q? Final charge is Q. Initial charge is Q naught. Final charge is epsilon r into Q naught minus initial charge is Q naught. So increase in charge is Q naught into epsilon r minus 1. Q naught into epsilon r minus 1. Okay. So can I erase this now? You see, increase in energy. Energy is increased. Increase in energy. Increase in energy is a delta U. This is final energy. This is initial energy. Final energy is epsilon r U naught minus initial energy is U naught. So increase in energy is U naught into epsilon r minus 1, or you may write in place of U naught half C naught V naught square into epsilon r minus 1. Since epsilon r is greater than 1, so energy is increased. Okay, this is the increase in energy. Okay, how energy is increased? Because due to energy spent by the battery which is connected. Okay, so work is done at the cost of energy supplied by the battery. So this is increase in energy. So work done by battery, okay, or increase in energy, the same thing. So increase in energy is half C naught V naught square into epsilon r minus 1. But the previous concept, what we have discussed, energy supplied by the battery and energy stored in a battery. Sorry, energy stored in a capacitor. Energy supplied by the battery and energy stored in a capacitor. Energy stored in a capacitor is half the energy supplied by the battery, means 50% of energy is lost in the form of heat. Here also the same fact, 50% of energy is lost due to external work. Okay. So this is usual from final energy epsilon r times of initial energy, and increase in energy is this much. Okay. Just remember this concept. So this is increase in energy. Okay. This is about the discussion, which is very easier discussion. What will happen to charge, potential, electric field, capacitance, and energy stored in the capacitor? Due to insertion of dielectric, we have discussed two cases. If battery is removed, and in second case here, if the battery is connected. Okay. This is the end of this lecture. Okay. In next lecture, I will again meet you with beautiful concept and very interesting chapter. Thank you.